Welcome friends, my name is Paritosh and today we are here to discuss about programming technologies which I use. Okay, so this is my website supersnippets.com. So here is a list of technologies on which I work and few of them are Android, Java, Kotlin, PHP, Laravel, CodeIgniter, Lumen, and then SQL. Okay, so let me introduce you myself. I'm Paritosh. I have completed my work experience. Mostly I worked on Android server and on backend side I worked on PHP, Coordinator and Laravel mostly. I worked on multiple technologies and here is a list of few of them. Okay, so most important thing is I'm also actually working on other coding platforms such as Stack Overflow. This is my profile and again GitHub. Okay, so here you can see my list of repositories. One of them is the JWT sample. It has 138 forks and 104 stars. And you can check my Git profile using link github.com/paritoshvaidya. So here is list of repositories on which I work. And in coming days, I will be creating repositories to help you fellow developers. And then there are n number of softwares I worked upon. Those things we will discuss later on. So yes, apart from this, I conduct trainings, I conduct workshops for Android and PHP platforms. So let's start with installing IDE. Let's begin with Android Studio. Okay, so what I will do, I'll search for Android Studio. Now there are two versions of Android Studio. One is stable release, another is preview release. Okay, so once you go on their official website, you will see here Android Studio current version is 3.6.3, which is current stable version, and then you will have preview version which is available here. So I am opening it in new tab. Okay, and now this is 4.0. Okay, so 3.6.3, this is 4.0, which is like in beta state. Okay, so this is latest version which will be coming in the future. Okay, so most of the time I will be using latest version of Android Studio. Both of these versions you can run alongside. Okay, so you can download both of these versions, install both of them, and use both of them side by side as we get new features here in preview release. I will be using this preview release. Okay, so first thing you will do is you will download this Android Studio using this link. Okay, now there are two components in Android Studio. One is your SDK and another one is IDE. Okay, so you have to understand difference first. First, SDK is software development environment. Sorry, software development kit. Okay, so it will have your build tools, and other things available in SDK. And IDE is integrated development environment. Okay, so here you will have editor, debugger, and other tools to write the program. Okay, so Android Studio is what? Android Studio is IDE. Okay, and then we will have SDK as well. Okay, so once you download this, you will get both IDE and SDK. Okay, so you see in download options, here you can have IDE setups, and then you have SDK manager and all those things. Okay, so both components are required to develop your software and build your software, right? So now next thing would be, once you install it, now I installed it on D drive and then Android folder. Okay, so here I created Android Studio folder to install IDE, and then another folder name is DB. So here all build tools and related things will be installed. For example, platforms, Android platforms. In Android Studio, you will see this is IDE, the main IDE version. Okay, so I have multiple IDEs which are installed, multiple versions rather. Okay, so just download it and install it. Once you install it, then you can continue. Okay, so this is setup for Android. Okay, next thing, if you want to set up PHP on your system, what you will do, you need a server software which will serve your requests. Okay, so I will be using XAMPP server. For writing the code. Okay. So now there are two things. We are discussing about Android as well as PHP, there is a reason we are discussing about both technologies. First thing is Android app will work as a client application which will fetch data from server. Okay, so most of the data will be stored on the server, and what Android app will be doing is Android app will pull some data, display some data to the user, and then again its counterpart would be a server application which is written in PHP and SQL. Okay, so SQL is database where we will be storing our data, and PHP will accept our request, fetch the data as per our request from SQL database, then return that data to our client application, which is our Android. Okay, now when we discuss about client application, client application can be anything. For example, client application can be Android application, client would be iOS application, or it can be a web application. Okay, so then anything can request for that data. And again, to test whether we are getting that data right or not, one more thing we can do is we can install Postman. Okay, so you can download it as a standalone application. Okay, so what we can do using it is it will just send the request to the server and fetch the data. Okay, so whenever we are writing our REST APIs, at that time we will be using the software to test those APIs. Okay, so right now, as we discussed about Android, PHP, I will not be writing a web application. I will be writing REST API whenever required. Okay, so set up your machines with Android Studio, PHP, XAMPP server, and then Postman. Now next thing is about IDE. Which IDE will you use for PHP? Okay, so there are n number of PHP IDEs which are available, but again I will be using PHP Storm from JetBrains. So this is commercial IDE, and you can try it out for 30 days. So you can just go on and download it. It will work only for 30 days. If you are looking for some open source version, then you can just Google it. Okay. So there are multiple IDs which are available. You can use any of them. I will be using PHP Storm for my development. Okay. So set up your machines. We'll be discussing both things.